If you've been on social media the last few days, you've probably seen a graph like this. This shows what happens in an uncontrolled COVID outbreak. The problem is that at some point, the number of infections goes upwards of our healthcare system's capacity, and the individuals who get sick then are in this red zone where they cannot be treated. So the argument goes, by taking some reasonable measures, we can flatten the curve. And even though we don't change the total number of infected individuals, we can spread them out over time so that at no point is our healthcare system completely overrun. What's completely absent from this graph is any numbers. And we need to ask, what are reasonable numbers to expect in an outbreak that's growing by tenfold per week and where people can stay in ICU treatment for over a month? And I think expecting that at the peak of an uncontrolled outbreak, 10% of the population will be sick is not so unreasonable. And so what I think this misses is that our real healthcare system capacity is well below that what can be achieved with some quote-unquote reasonable measures. I think this also misses that there's a second level of capacity, which is our political system's tolerance. So we will not, as a society, tolerate this amount of people in the red zone. Once ICUs are full, when there's prison riots, people will start demanding the stricter and stricter measures that are necessary to get the epidemic down. And South Korea has shown that this is possible, and I think this is what will end up happening. So if you ask me, should we flatten the curve? I think the answer is no. We need to get to zero. It's inevitable that we'll take the stricter measures that are necessary to get there. And some people will say, oh, I'm just being nitpicky. After all, the measures that are necessary to get to zero, measures of personal hygiene and social distancing, are the same that are being now advocated in the name of flattening the curve. But I'm also seeing flatten the curve be used as a slogan for taking only moderate measures, and that will not be sufficient. We need to get to zero.